Today I will introduce you to the top 10 most popular and beautiful female actresses of the 1970s in America. These actresses have left a mark on the history of cinema during that era, won Oscar awards, played unforgettable roles, and garnered admiration. Now, let's take a look at the projects, life stories, and current activities of these legendary actresses. Firstly, let's get to know Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda, born on December 21, 1937, in New York, is a two-time Oscar-winning actress and activist. Her father is the famous actor Henry Fonda, and her mother is the socialite Frances Ford Seymour. Jane Fonda started her acting career on Broadway and later transitioned to Hollywood. In 1968, she gained attention for her sexy role in the film Barbarella, and in 1971, she won her first Oscar for her role as a prostitute in the film Klute. In 1978, she received her second Oscar for her role as a war protester nurse in the film Coming Home. Jane Fonda is also known for her political activism, opposing the Vietnam War, and campaigning for feminism and environmental issues. She has been married and divorced 3 times, with her first husband being French director Roger Vadim, the second being politician Tom Hayden, and the third being media mogul Ted Turner. Despite being 83 years old, Jane Fonda is still actively working. She plays the lead role in the series Grace and Frankie, writes books, and hosts a podcast. Next, let's meet Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton, born on January 5, 1946, in California, is an Oscar-winning actress and director. Her real name is Diane Hall, and she took her surname from her mother's maiden name. Diane Keaton started her acting career in theater and later moved on to film. In 1972, she gained fame for her role as Kay Adams in The Godfather, and in 1977, she won an Oscar for her distinctive role in Annie Hall. Diane Keaton has worked with famous directors and actors such as Woody Allen, Warren Beatty, and Al Pacino, and she appeared in films like Manhattan, Reds, and The First Wives Club. Diane Keaton is also a director, producer, photographer, and author. Despite never marrying, she adopted 2 children. At 75 years old, Diane Keaton is still actively working and has appeared in films such as Book Club, Palms, and Love, Weddings and Other Disasters. Thirdly, let's get to know Faye Dunaway. Faye Dunaway, born on January 14, 1941, in Florida, is an Oscar-winning actress. Her father was a military officer, and her mother was a homemaker. Faye Dunaway started her acting career on Broadway and later transitioned to film. In 1967, she gained fame for her role as bank robber Bonnie Parker in Bonnie and Clyde, and in 1974, she received acclaim for her role in Chinatown. In 1976, she won an Oscar for her ruthless television executive role in Network. Faye Dunaway has been married and divorced to notable figures such as Peter Wolf, Marcello Mastroianni, and Terry O'Neill, and she has a son. Despite being 80 years old, Faye Dunaway is still actively working and has appeared in films like The Bye-Bye Man, Inconceivable, and The Case for Christ. Fourthly, let's meet Ali MacGraw. Ali MacGraw, born on April 1, 1939, in New York, is a Golden Globe-winning actress. Her father was an artist, and her mother was a secretary. Ali MacGraw started her career as a model and later transitioned to acting. In 1969, she won a Golden Globe for her role in Goodbye, Columbus, and in 1970, she gained worldwide fame for her role in Love Story. Ali MacGraw has been married and divorced to Steve McQueen, Robert Evans, and Robin Hohn, and she has a son. Despite being 82 years old, Ali MacGraw is still actively working and has appeared in series like Sex and the City and I Am Somebody's Child, The Regina Louise Story. Fifthly, let's get to know Raquel Welch. Raquel Welch, born on September 5, 1940, in Illinois, is a Golden Globe-winning actress and a sex symbol. Her real name is Jo Raquel Tejada, and her father was a Bolivian engineer, while her mother was an American homemaker. Raquel Welch started her acting career on television and later transitioned to film. In 1966, she gained attention for her role as a cave woman in 1 Million Years BC, and in 1973, she won a Golden Globe for her role in The Three Musketeers. Raquel Welch has been married and divorced to James Welch, Patrick Curtis, Andre Weinfeld, and Richard Palmer, and she has 2 children. At 80 years old, Raquel Welch is still actively working and has appeared in films like How to Be a Latin Lover and Date My Dad. Sixthly, let's meet Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn, born on November 21, 1945, in Washington, D.C., is an Oscar-winning actress and comedian. Her father was a musician, and her mother was a dance teacher. Goldie Hawn started her career on television and later transitioned to film. In 1969, she won an Oscar for her role in Cactus Flower, and in 1980, she won a Golden Globe for her role in Private Benjamin. Goldie Hawn has been married and divorced to Gus Triconis, Bill Hudson, and Kurt Russell, and she has 3 children, one of whom is the famous actress Kate Hudson. Despite being 75 years old, Goldie Hawn is still actively working and has appeared in films like The First Wives Club, The Banger Sisters, and Snatched. Seventhly, let's get to know Sissy Spacek. Sissy Spacek, born on December 25, 1949, in Texas, is an Oscar-winning actress and singer. Her real name is Mary Elizabeth Spacek, and she took her surname from her husband Jack Fisk. Sissy Spacek started her career by making music and later transitioned to film. In 1973, she gained acclaim for her role in Badlands, and in 1980, she won an Oscar for her role in Coal Miner's Daughter. Sissy Spacek is married to Jack Fisk, and they have 2 daughters. At 71 years old, Sissy Spacek is still actively working and has appeared in films and series like The Help, Castle Rock, and Homecoming. Eighthly, let's meet Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, born on June 22, 1949, in New Jersey, is a 4-time Oscar-winning actress and a cinema legend. Her real name is Mary Louise Streep, and she took her surname from her father. Meryl Streep started her career in theater and later transitioned to film. In 1978, she received her first Oscar nomination for her role in The Deer Hunter, and in 1979, she won her first Oscar for her role in Kramer vs. Kramer. In 1982, she won her second Oscar for her performance in Sophie's Choice, and in 2011, she earned her third Oscar for her portrayal of Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady. In 2017, Meryl Streep secured her 4th Oscar for her role in The Post as Katharine Graham. Meryl Streep is married to Don Gummer, and they have 4 children. Despite being 71 years old, Meryl Streep continues to be active in the entertainment industry. She has appeared in films and series such as Mamma Mia, The Devil Wears Prada, and Big Little Lies. Ninthly, let's get to know Sally Field. Sally Field, born on November 6, 1946, in California, is a 2-time Oscar-winning actress. Her father was a soldier, and her mother was an actress. Sally Field began her career on television and later transitioned to film. In 1979, she won an Oscar for her role in Norma Rae as union activist Norma Rae Webster, and in 1984, she earned her second Oscar for her portrayal of widowed farmer Edna Spaulding in Places in the Heart. Sally Field has been married and divorced to Stephen Craig, Alan Greisman, and Burt Reynolds, and she has 3 children. At 74 years old, Sally Field remains active in her career, participating in projects such as Forrest Gump, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Maniac. Lastly, let's meet Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster, born on November 19, 1962, in California, is a 2-time Oscar-winning actress and director. Her real name is Alicia Christian Foster, and she took her surname from her father. Jodie Foster began her career as a child actor and later transitioned to film. In 1976, she received her first Oscar nomination for her role as a young prostitute in Taxi Driver, and in 1988, she won her first Oscar for her portrayal of a sexual assault survivor in The Accused. In 1991, Jodie Foster secured her second Oscar for her role as FBI agent Clarice Starling in The Silence of the Lambs. Jodie Foster has never been married, but she has 2 sons. Despite being 58 years old, Jodie Foster continues to be active, participating in projects such as The Beaver, Money Monster, and Black Mirror. Here are the top 10 most popular and beautiful female actresses of the 1970s in America. These actresses have not only left a significant impact on the history of cinema with their beauty and talent, but also continue to be active and admired in the industry. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments. See you in the next video. Goodbye.